thanks for making the effort. Just before I start, how many of you are actually working for a company, as in working for a manufacturing company, that are, have a facility, or likely to be building a facility or modifying a facility, or have been involved in projects as a client? So just how many of you in the audience are in that kind of role? Anyone? How many of you are consultants? Okay, a lot of consultants, so educating the competition here. And okay, how many are just here because it seems like an interesting talk? Okay, right. So anyway, I'll give you a bit of background to energy efficient design, give you a few examples and case studies. We haven't a lot of time, so I'll try and get through the kind of heavy stuff quickly, get onto the examples. Feel free to ask questions at the end, and hopefully I'll get through it reasonably quickly. Okay, so energy efficient design. Okay. Right. So what is an EED? What is energy efficient design? And very simply, it's about common sense. It's a formalized way of sanity checking the energy consumption or energy that's designed into a facility at design stage. It's akin to the way we look at safety with a HAZOP, and a lot of you are probably familiar with the concept of HAZOP. So energy efficient design is a formalized kind of methodology to, I'm just reading from this here, to design, construct and manage projects to achieve minimum energy and water consumption. It allows peak calculations and future expansion allowances to be challenged, and I suppose challenged in a formal way. And if it's used early in the project, it can lead to capex reductions, and quite significant capex reductions. So when I started looking at energy efficient design way back in 2008, one of the first things, and one of the things that stuck with me, was this graph, and I've used it, I'd say, every time I've talked about energy efficient design since, whether just talking to people or whether giving a presentation. And it's very, very clear and it's easy to understand. But basically, the gist of it is, at an early stage in the project, you can make a big impact to the energy consumed by that facility, system or process through the changes you make. Once you get into the kind of advanced design, procurement, construction stage, it gets less easy to make changes, more costly, and then when you get into commissioning and operation, it becomes very costly, and you're into a retrofit situation there. And we all, if any of you are operating a facility or have been involved in retrofit projects, they're not always easy. You come up with a great idea, it's not always technically possible, but it's not always financially feasible because of the retrofit situation. Simple example of how energy efficient design at, say, design stage, if you're looking at a wastewater treatment plant, if you have a site and the site has a slope on the site, if you design your plant properly, you can avail of gravity flows throughout that plant and you avoid pumping costs. If you come in, the site is chosen, the thing has got planning already, you're stuck, you can't avail of that gravity feed. And I've seen that on a number of occasions. So, or you may have a constrained site where you can't do certain things because of planning restrictions. But if you have a blank sheet, if you're building a wastewater treatment plant here and you look out the window there and there's a bit of a hill up, so if you can put your tanks, your infeed tank up at the top over there and allow stuff to naturally flow down, you will save yourself pumping costs. And they can be significant enough over the life cycle of the plant. So I suppose the message from this is the earlier you can get in, the more savings you can make and the better opportunities you'll have. So just in terms of Ireland, Ireland is a bit of a leader in this, and we've been heavily involved in this since I suppose mid to late 2000s. 2008 SAI got kind of seized onto this concept was kind of established in Denmark, and they took it on and developed a bit of capacity and trained up certain people in it, and it's been something that SAI have been actively supporting since that stage. It's part, if any of you have ISO 50001, there are clauses in there that require energy efficient design during projects. So it is something that's required, but not, I suppose it's not very specifically detailed in ISO 50001, but it is something that's required. So if I was coming in as an auditor to audit a site for ISO 50001, I'd be looking to see how do you do projects, how do you manage projects, how do you account for energy consumption when you're doing projects. So in Ireland, SAI and a number of the consultants who've been involved and a number of the companies who've been involved, the likes of Intel, Diageo, Roadstone, companies like that have been actively engaged with SAI since said we would come up with an Irish standard for energy efficient design because there is no international standard for energy efficient design. So this standard was launched, IS 399 2014, was launched, as you might guess, in 2014 in Diageo and James Gate, where it had been actively applied to the Diageo Brewhouse 4 project which had taken place over the preceding couple of years. SAI then have further, I suppose, supported this through this XE program which has been ongoing for the last, since probably the energy show last year. They launched it and it's been supporting a range of different projects since then. So the details for that are on the SAI website if anyone's interested. So I'll click on and just, when we started out looking at this we were talking about projects, and at some point during the development of the standard, which took about a year, a bit more than a year, it kind of dawned on us all that, well, this is a management system, or this should be a management system. So it's not just about how you do one discrete project and then you go back to your organisation and you forget about it, or you forget about that project, or you forget about any good ideas that may have been come up during that project. So the idea is that it's a management system. So what you do is you actually run your project, and then you take the project application, run your project, and you take the learnings from the project back into your site management system, and you use those learnings for future projects. So that may be learnings about how the process worked. Was the procurement team too strong or not strong enough? Was there not enough top management support? Those learnings get evaluated, and you may improve on them for the next projects. If there are good opportunities identified during that particular project that didn't fly this time for various reasons, the payback may not have been right, the energy price may not have been right, the plant capacity may not have been right to justify those opportunities, but there's still good opportunities and there's been technical work done to evaluate them. And if something like the energy price change or the water price change that might bring them back on the radar, you don't lose those opportunities. So you transfer those opportunities back to the site's energy management program and energy savings register for ISO 50001. So there's a kind of an ongoing, I suppose, dialogue there. I'm going to talk specifically about a couple of bits of it which are really the bit that mostly I suspect are engineers in the audience, and the bit that we kind of like to get involved in and engage with. So a lot of this stuff is familiar to any of you from other management system standards, and it's designed to fit in with other management systems. So a lot of this stuff you will have anyway. But these bits are specific to the standard, design for energy performance, design for energy management, and I suppose the bit about procurement as well. So just a little bit here about, I suppose, organisation and people, and is this something that we need a whole other range of people to be involved to support this? And the answer is probably, it depends on the project, but probably yes and no. So you will need some people who are dedicated to this, but you also integrate to the project and how the project team works. So there are two key roles called out. This is your kind of standard project here: specialist suppliers, design team. This is the organisation, project team, and the senior management in the organisation. Then the key roles are the EED expert, who is kind of the person who drives the process from a technical point of view, comes up with opportunities, drives the opportunities, manages the opportunities register, manages the evaluation of opportunities, runs the EED workshops, etc. They will dialogue with the supplier's design team, they will dialogue with the project team, but they report to a person called the EED owner. And the EED owner reports directly to senior management, and they should be at the same kind of level within the organisation as the project manager. that's key, because we've all seen projects where good opportunities have come up and then cost or schedule takes over and the good opportunity gets value engineered out of it. So what this does is that, yes, that may still happen, but it happens with justification, or the justification can avoid that happening, and the organisation, by committing to doing this process, is committing to taking, I suppose, a longer term view, and this person ultimately is probably the person who's going to be paying the energy bill and the water bill out of their budget when the site is operational. So it's a little bit of a change of thinking, but it's very, very valuable, and it works, and it works well in practice. So just then, I talked a bit about the earlier you implement it, the better. It can add to lower capex spend. So if you get in early enough in the project, you can actually take some of the money out of the budget, or reduce the project budget, and some of the examples will show that. The energy efficient design process is very clear on that you start looking at something, you start looking at the energy service first, and then you build up these different layers. And just to give an example, the energy service is something like it's a temperature, or it's a requirement for lighting, or it's a air changes in a pharmaceutical facility or something like that. So before you say, okay, we're going to optimize the HVAC system, we're going to say, do we actually need 16 air changes an hour? Could we get away with 8? Could we get away with 5? And if you can do that, then you've made massive saving already. So that's in a nutshell. I could talk in detail about this, but I won't kind of get into the detail of it. So just in terms of the schedule and the timeline, another thing is this going to delay my project? No, because it can't. And typically it runs in parallel with the project life cycle. So it wouldn't be accepted by any organisation if it was going to delay projects, and particularly fast track projects. So the EED activities run in parallel with the existing project life cycle, which is up on top there. So the key kind of phases are the energy balance study and kind of challenge and analyse workshops, then getting into the construction phase, and so we call it implementation, and design for energy management takes place all the way through the project, right through the kind of commissioning and validation, and then it's handed over in the project summary report to the site energy management team for ongoing site energy management. A little bit just then about design for energy performance. So what is this? So basically, energy balance is the key part of it, and effectively what you're looking at is, given the current design, what is the facility going to consume in terms of energy, in terms of water, over a defined period of time. So say your plant has been designed for 10-year, 20-year life cycle, and what is the energy consumption going to be with that? And that's agreed at the start of the EED process, and then you calculate your savings based against that baseline. So this here is an example of, it's a water treatment system in I think it's a brewery facility, it may be a pharmaceutical facility, I'm not sure. As you can see, you're looking at the different consumption in different parts of the facility and different activities on site. Then you will put that through challenge and analyse workshops, and again it's commensurate with the scale of the project. If it's a very small project, you may just do one workshop, and I've done these for small wastewater treatment plants. I've done them in a couple of hours, and that's all that's involved. Whereas something like the Diageo St James Gate project, there was a series of workshops at different stages of the project as it got through different stages of design, and they all added value, and they were used. These challenge and analyse workshops, the work that went on in them were used to justify initiatives that actually went ahead and got implemented. So the other stage then is basically implementation and project summary report, and as I mentioned earlier, procurement is an important part in this, and the commitment to procure, I suppose, in accordance with what you've agreed in terms of the energy efficient design. So you don't value engineer out everything. You may value engineer out some things, but you can also just use the energy efficient design process to justify keeping good initiatives in. And we've been involved in projects where good initiatives wouldn't have gone ahead but for the fact that energy efficient design process and the evaluation that went on demonstrated to the company, demonstrated to the client company that it was actually worthwhile taking a bit of a process risk because there was massive opportunities involved. So design for energy management then is another piece, and this was something that would have been missing in the early part of the earlier methodologies of energy efficient design, but something that again we got included in the standard and for kind of good reason, because some of the things that come up with, you know, a plant doesn't have consistent energy consumption, or sorry, consistent input variables and input parameters. So things like temperature vary, things like capacity varies, and that will impact on efficiency. So you see pump curves and input temperatures here. Energy performance deterioration, how do you design for that? So this is a scaled up pipe. How do you detect stuff like that? How do you ensure that you can dismantle your plant and clean and get rid of stuff like that? Because that's going to impact on energy performance. Lights, daylight, can you get up and clean windows so you don't have to turn on the lights? Very basic, very simple stuff, but actually have you got the maintenance? Are you able to do that, or can you design that in at the start? Energy measurement plan is how do you actually measure? Can you design in the energy management as part of the project? So rather than having to come back in and put in a whole load of meters, can you do it using existing process meters, existing SCADA, design all that in at the start, maybe design in the wiring or the infrastructure to do that, even if you're not going to put in the meters at this stage, but you can put in some of the very expensive stuff at the start. I'm a bit pushed for time, so I'll just blast through a couple of these. First one here is combined heat and power plant. A couple of examples here. Basically, going through an efficient design process on this one, the annual savings remain the same, but the size of the plant reduced nearly in half, and the capital cost reduced significantly from $8 to $5.2 million. Okay, so that's significant by going through an energy efficient design process. Evaluating your loads, calculating your loads, you can actually make significant capex savings. CHP is probably one type of project that you should always go through an energy efficient design process if you're putting in CHP. I'll click on from this. Project Phoenix Brewhouse, Dublin. Very briefly, because you'll get the slides on this afterwards, but the site increased the production volume by 30%, kept the energy profile pretty much the same. And the opportunities were within the organisation's standard payback criteria. This is an interesting one. A dairy company. We're looking at a new chiller project to meet peak capacity during the summer season. By going through the energy efficient design process and identifying savings on heating and cooling through doing a series of heat exchangers using process integration, basically identified that there's no additional chiller required, capex saving, but also a significant operational savings that would have had a 4-month payback. This one was PET packaging line in Africa. Interestingly, small enough energy savings due to the process, but big water savings, and because it's in Africa, water savings are a big priority. That's it, and I've lasted through the end there because of time, but I'm available if anyone has any questions for me. Okay, thank you.